So what's going on my frag heads and said heads? The champ is here and I'm about to tell you what's fragging. So your boy saw a video or a tag video going around. I think it was something along the lines of 4 fragrances I would bring on vacation. And I thought to myself, that's perfect for me because I have a whole bunch of fragrances that I bought in travel size and I've never taken them anywhere. I've worn them, but I've never taken them anywhere, and I haven't reviewed any of like my traveler size stuff or my samples or my decants or anything like that. So this is a great time for me to go ahead and bust out those fragrances. Without wasting your time, it's going to be a quick overview. I don't want to bore you. So you wouldn't walk into someone's home without saying hi, would you? Of course you wouldn't. Your mama raised you better than that. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to become part of the tribe because our vibe attracts our tribe around here. Make sure you leave a comment. Let me know if you own any of these fragrances or what fragrances you take when you travel or on vacation. Also, make sure you hit the like button so the algorithm of YouTube can like this video and start sharing it with people. And make sure you share it to one of your social media outlets or platforms. Just in case, if someone wants to smell good and look their best. This channel involves fitness, fragrance, mindset, health, how-to, lifestyle, baby. You know how that works. So let's get right into the fragrances without further ado. The first fragrance I'm gonna bring you is one of my favorites, y'all. If I could afford a full bottle of this, oh, best believe it. But you see it's in the little twisty, tweet, spray. And look, the wording has faded. So I'm just gonna have to tell you guys, hopefully, yeah, it still got a little bit on the name, but can y'all see that? Bond number 9. Signature. What can I say, y'all? Rose. Now, I see a lot of videos where they're like best rose fragrances, and this is never mentioned. Never mentioned. For one, you guys got to understand that everybody copies each other. Everybody's list is the same. It's kind of redundant after a while. All they do is just move fragrances around. So, mine are a little different, but here, rose note. To me, this is one of the best rose notes in the world. For $300, it better be one of the best fragrances or rose notes in the world. What can I say? I just love this thing, man. Rose. Now, this is one of those rose oud combos. So rose, oud, tonka, and some musk. So it's manly, y'all, but it's feminine too. But with those 4 notes, it just makes it pleasant, well-rounded, well-blended. Oh, if you guys don't have Bond number 9 Signature, make sure you pick this up or at least get a decant of it. Ladies love it. I wore it to a job interview. And literally, I think I got the job just because of this fragrance. Like, the lady asked me what I was wearing. And I've been collecting fragrances for a while. And I don't care what other reviewers say. You rarely get people asking you, what are you wearing? Rarely, seldomly. Let me not say rarely, but seldomly you get asked that question. You're not going to buy a fragrance and then all of a sudden people are going to start paying attention to you. No. But this is one where actually someone was like, what are you wearing? And I told them. And they came back the next day and was like, hey, you're hired. By the way, where can I get that fragrance at? And I'm like, haha. But yeah, that's going to be the first fragrance I would take on vacation with me. And that's Bond number 9 Signature. Second one, we're going to stay in the rose family. Now, it's crazy because rose isn't my favorite fragrance or my favorite note. But to travel in these bad boys here, oh my God. Now, this is a indie fragrance by my man, Kirk Elliot. And this is Intentional. Fresh cut rose. That's all I'm going to say about that. Fresh cut rose. Maybe some vetiver in here. I think my nose gets. Oh, I was getting ready to smell the mic. Y'all see that? It smells that good. I was getting ready to smell the mic. But my brother, I bought this with a set that he has going on. So if you haven't been to the Kirk Elliot website, if you haven't visited Kirk's Elliot Instagram, make sure you go ahead and do so, because the brother, it's a black owned brand, and I'm telling you, this is one of the best rose notes I've ever smelled. You have to own this. This is indie, so you're not going to hear a whole bunch of people talk about it. But my man is great people. Not to hype him up, but I feel like he doesn't get a lot of attention or a lot of credit that he should get and deserve. So make sure you go out and check out my man Kirk Elliot. Intentional. Fresh cut roses on Valentine's Day, baby. Simple as that. Freshness. Now we kind of move into like the, I guess you could say, my guilty pleasures. I'm a boozy type fragrance guy. I don't know why I like the boozy notes. I'm not even a drinker. When I do drink, it's socially, and it's wine or, you know, maybe a couple shots, beer. I'll get 1, 2, 3, babysit them for a whole party. You know, I'm not really a drinker, but I love the smell of liquor, certain liquors to be exact. And I'm gonna bring you Jazz Club. Can you see that? There we go. Hope it focuses a little better. Let me try doing it this way. There we go. Jazz Club by Maison Margiela. Now, funny thing about this, a lot of people go back and forth. Is it niche? Is it designer? Who cares? It smells like a jazz club. It's freaking great. One thing about me a lot of people don't know is that my great grandfather is the legendary Leonard Baby Duke Caston, Blues Hall of Fame. Make sure you go listen to some of his music. You know, I need some of them, not residuals, you know, but royalties. Make sure you go check out some of his music on YouTube and around the internet. We need that money. But I think this is it, y'all. Like, this fragrance here, I think it's the spirit of him that makes me love these type of fragrances. You know, it just smells like a jazz club, man. Leather, booze, tobacco. It's elegant. It's well done. Some people say it don't last long, but boozy fragrances on me last forever. Even Dolce & Gabbana, the one EDP, they said the fragrance or the longevity on that is terrible, and the performance, bro, it works wonders on me. It lasts forever, brother. This one lasts forever on me. It may not project like crazy, but this is gonna do it. And this is another one of those expensive fragrances where I think it's maybe $150 retail you can get it for, but I bought a little decant for about, I think it was like $20 maybe. I'm not too sure. I want to say $20, yeah. But if you want to smell like a jazz club, man, but you want to smell fresh, like if you want to smell like a gentleman, you know, if you're going to poetry or an upscale an event with a lot of mature people, this is what you're going to want to rock. And trust me, everyone's going to be smelling you and say you smell great, because you're going to smell like that jazz club singer. Makes me feel like I'm in a jazz club. Makes me feel like I'm a performer. I get dressed up, put this on. Ain't nobody telling me nothing. Nobody telling me nothing when I wear this, bro. Nothing. You can't tell me I ain't the flyest in the room and I ain't the best smelling in the room and the most entertaining in the room when I'm wearing this. There is no other when I'm wearing this. Maison Margiela, Jazz Club. Last but not least, which I don't see on anybody's list either, which kind of makes me proud. You know, my lists aren't like as what's the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to be nice here. My list isn't as repetitive or similar to other people's, and that's why I wanted to do this tag too. But one of the fragrances that gets slept on, not even the fragrance that gets slept on, but a lot of people sleep on the fragrances that this manufacturer makes, I guess you can say. And that's Bourbon by Bath and Body Works. Guys, I had no intentions on buying this. A reviewer by the name of, I haven't seen her in a while, so hopefully she can come out with new content. Madam CJ Glam. I believe that's it. Don't quote me on it. Somewhere along those lines. But sister reached out to me one day and she was like, you know what? Now, we never met, but I always call her my frag sister because I always liked her taste in fragrances. And she reached out to me and she was just like, you know what you would like? And you know what would smell great on you? Bourbon from Bath and Body Works. So here I am, you know, I'm getting all these viewers from my fragrance videos and getting comments, and, you know, Instagram is blowing up. And then I go on Instagram and I'm looking at all these reviewers post what they have. And I'm like, I'm going to look like the cheapo putting Bath and Body Works on my list. That wasn't the case, bro. You know what I mean? That wasn't the case, because when I started smelling these, I'm like, these are freaking awesome. These are better than a lot of fragrances that I spent a lot of money on. Yeah, I would easily choose this over a lot of fragrances. I'm not going to say what, because I'm not going to get the fragrance community all riled up, and, you know, maybe I should, because maybe you share your video, like listen to what this idiot said. You know, he's talking crap about the fragrances we're trying to sell and market and advertise over here. We can't let him tell the truth to a lot of people. It'll take a lot of money away from what we're trying to sell and decant. But Bourbon, y'all. So smelt it, wasn't a big fan of it at all, right? And then one day with my old lady, we go into Bath and Body Works, and I'm smelling everything. You know, I didn't want to be the only guy sitting there not doing nothing. So I start smelling the fragrances and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. No, I didn't buy it that day. Preferably I wanted Atlantic. That's a great fragrance, by the way. Didn't buy it. So around Christmas, I think it was Christmas, a week before Christmas, she gave me like a big bag of stuff from Bath and Body, and I'm opening it up, and, you know, I had about like 8 or 9 fragrances in there that she got me. This was one. Haven't worn it a lot, as you can see, just a little bit. Haven't worn it like the others, but this is great, y'all. If you want to smell like bourbon and body wash, this is the way to go. You're not going to smell like a drunk. You're going to smell fresh out the shower, always fresh out the shower, like a fresh boozey scent. You know, you're not going to smell like an alcoholic or a wino. You're just going to smell fresh with a hint of liquor or liqueur. You know, it almost reminds me of like if you're smelling Grand Marnier, like you're not going to get the smell of Hennessy, like you get something sweet from Grand Marnier, where Hennessy, you're going to smell the liquor. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is great, y'all. Bath and Body hit it right on the head. Soapy, boozy fragrance. I don't have too many soapy, boozy fragrances, but this is one. This is one. And now that we went through the fragrances, I guess I'll tell you why I would be taking them on vacation. So I'll go ahead and include that in the recap we have here. So for Bond number 9, Signature, I would take this on a vacation. Let me smell it again, because it smells so great. I would take it to a vacation outside, anything outside. So like, yeah, even a beach. If I was sitting on a beach, if I was going to a zoo, even though the zoo kind of stinks, you know, if I'm doing touring, sightseeing, even hiking, I would wear this, like something outdoorsy while you're traveling. This would be great for it, you know, a lot of flowers, a lot of trees, you know, like a nature walk, something of that nature. This would be great. And if you're trying to impress somebody too, you know, but this is more so like you're going to be outside on a patio, maybe, you know, getting your drink on, getting a little bit of wine in the system. Yeah, I would wear that. Same with this. I would take this on vacation with me to, now I would actually wear this one. Unlike Bond number 9, I would wear that to impress people. I would wear this one for myself in close encounters. So I would actually wear this on a date to somewhere, you know, springish, summerish, you know, outside vibes, great feelings, wind, you know, you get all the nature, you get everything aromatic, you know, you get the hint of the trees, the flowers, the plants, all that good stuff. I would wear that in this setting. So this would be an event type rose note for outside. This would be more so close encounters for me or for someone on a date. I would wear this. Intentional by Kirk Elliot. And then if I'm going out, if I'm dressing up, I'm putting on that tie, like to a bar or to poetry or even to a dinner. I wouldn't even say bar, y'all. You know, a lounge. You know, a lounge or a dinner. All the way, Jazz Club by Maison, Margiela. Easily, brother. This is grown man elegance right there. Grown man elegance, bro. You can even wear that to work. But that would be date night sophistication right there. Any vacation you want to go on, I would wear it on that occasion. Bourbon, same with the other two, but in reverse. Instead of wearing this to a nightclub and being boozy and soapy, I'll wear this to bed, close encounters, date night. This is great. You're not going to choke anyone out. It sits close to the skin. You're going to smell fresh. Chicks are definitely going to love it, man. So definitely date night. But yeah, those are 4 fragrances I would take on vacation. Now, I'm guilty of not knowing exactly. When I see a tag, I just hop on it. You know, I really don't look into the details, so I could be doing this wrong. It may be, hey, pick 4 different destinations and pick a fragrance, or hey, these are the destinations. What fragrance did you wear there? I saw the title and I said, you know what? This is what I would be wearing on vacation if I were to travel anywhere. Anywhere, it don't matter. Like I said, 2 of the fragrances are more so for daytime, you know, one's for not even daytime, one's for close encounters, one's to impress people. Same thing with the boozies, you know, one's for close encounters, one is to impress people when I'm going out. That's kind of how I do things around here. So I hope you enjoyed the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can join the family, because our vibe attracts our tribe around here. Make sure you leave a comment. Let me know what fragrances you would take on vacation, or what's your opinion on these fragrances. Do you own any of these fragrances? Make sure you like the video, because you know we're all controlled by the algorithm. YouTube ain't gonna push nothing out unless the algorithm loves it. So I'm gonna need those likes. Hit that like button, and then make sure you share it, man. You know, I don't think a lot of these fragrances are talked about or discussed or even touched. So if there's a couple of fragrances you saw here that maybe some people need to see, or maybe some people need to own, make sure you share it. Make sure you recommend it. With that being said, I love you all. Peace and blessings.